Everyone. In this video, we'll be reviewing Tier 9 Czechoslovakian Premium Medium Tank Party Wagon. The tank is part of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collaboration and can be earned for free. For more details regarding the earn up, check out the video pinned in comments, as this video will focus mainly on the review. So let's start with the crew that I'm using for this tank. I'm using Bond Leader, Rapid Loading, Steady Aim, Snapshot, Sixth Sense, Silent Driving, Situational Awareness, Camouflage Expertise, and Muffled Shot. For equipment, I'm using Gun Stabilizer, Advanced Concealment, Advanced Optics, and I'm using 3 large consumables, large repair kit, large med kit, and enhanced rations, as well as camo paint for that extra concealment bonus. Looking at the armor model, it is same as TVP's armor. Slight differences: it has some extra spaced armor, as you can see on the hull. That turtle provides an extra spaced armor of 80 mm. In addition, there's some extra space armor on the side, but in reality, you're not really going to bounce anything. Yeah, you might get lucky here and there, but it is a medium tank. You're not going to bounce much. Looking at the modules, we have engine as well as fuel tank on the back side. Then we have ammo in the turret, as well as left front and right middle. And then we have 3 members of the crew in the turret and 1 driver in the hull. Now let's look at the module details, or the stat details. And this tank, in short, is just better than the Tier 9 Skoda in majority of the statistics, and which makes the tank overall much better. The tank is faster in regular mode. It goes 60, Skoda goes 55. Not to mention, this tank also has a rapid mode, so when you activate it, you can go up to 70. Even though the top speed doesn't increase by that much, however, it's the horsepower that gives you that extra boost, so you can quickly climb up the hills. It has the same hit points, better hull rotation speed, better terrain distance values, better concealment by 20 and about 13-14 moving, better view range base by 10, same gun depression. It also has slightly better DPM, slightly better aim time, slightly worse accuracy, better shell velocity. It keeps the same penetration that the Skoda or the TVP has, 248, 310, 50, but it has a 360 alpha, so higher burst potential. And also the shell velocity of the primary, secondary, as well as the third shell is just faster. And even though you have the limited penetration, but the combination of aim time and better shell velocity, especially of that heat, just make this tank much more enjoyable, combined with that extra alpha. So 90% of the statistics is just better. In this tank, you have slightly 1 or 2 or 3 little bit worse, which doesn't make much of a difference. And overall, this tank is just better than the Tech 3 Tier 9. And since you can get this tank for free, and it is a premium, there is no reason to play Skoda unless you want to just mark the tank. What do I think if this tank is balanced or broken? The tank is not broken. It is a solid tank, better than the Skoda. Obviously, it's a strong tank, but it is not broken. Still has a limited pen. It has okay DPM, similar to the Tier 9. It's not like the Tier 9 is bad. This one is just slightly better in every way, right? So I'm going to choose this tank over the Tech 3 every day of the week. But again, it is Tier 9. Tier 9 matchmaking, we know how it is. It is not the greatest. So it is a strong, balanced tank, fun to play, and it is available for free. I stress that again and again. Do not miss the opportunity to get it if you have the time to play the tank, as I would hate for someone to miss the tank now and then buy it later for gold. So let's see how this tank performs in the battlefield. We are in Erlenberg. It's a Tier 9 matchup. Switching to rapid mode in the beginning takes 2 seconds to go in and out of rapid mode. The tank is mobile enough even in standard mode, but with rapid mode you might get to a position a couple seconds sooner, and more if you're going uphill. And that means you might have an opportunity to put a clip in when the enemy is trying to cross, especially when you're already in position. So going over the E5 area, in addition, the tank has 20 meters better camo, 10 meters better view range than the Tier 9 Tech 3 tank, which means I can outspot or spot tanks much more effectively. So I was going for the spotting position, but notice our medium Boraski is going forward. So decided to let him spot, because if I'm the one spotting, I cannot effectively punish if they're crossing in the open, depending on the position. But in this position, it would have been better if I stayed back and farmed them. Going forward, as Brass didn't spot anyone, in standard mode, as you can see, still goes 60. In addition, I do like the skin as well, pretty decent. It is a little bit plasticky, but as I mentioned previously, I do like these kind of snake skins that are unique instead of the paint jobs. I'm not really a fan of skins that are just a paint. So Tiger 1 gets spotted. I had an opportunity to fire Thief, but when I saw that Tiger, it was just too tempting to pass up on that opportunity. But unlucky for me, he was in cover. T95 moving out of position. Do manage to pen him once. Not a greatest clip. 1 out of 3 shells. And as I was reloading, Tiger is out of cover again. Unfortunate for me. Whenever I'm in a tier 9 and I see a Tiger 1, that is just juicy. That is just juicy free damage. But as the fate would have, I would only get 1 shot of damage instead of the entire clip. So 594 damage. Now going back as our team is losing on the other side. Just by 1 tank. But that means I can go back towards our spawn and hold that position and farm as they're pushing forward. Their thief breakers in the middle. I thought I'll get back in cover as he'll spot me, and he did end up spotting me. I put a shot, he's dead. However, I take a shot from Conway. I had to put 1 in return, but I only had 2 shells. As I put 1 in Thief and then 1 for Conway. If I had that extra shot, I would have killed Conway. So now we have fired 3 clips, 1300 damage and a kill, and took 1 shot of damage. I notice our team again is being unnecessarily aggressive on the JK line. Doesn't usually work. You can't really cap the bases in the open, and when they have numbers they can just outspot and farm you. Not to mention they have artillery. So going back to the B line again, so I can hold that line, and since I'm top tier and an autoloader, I can easily punish them as they're crossing between their shots. And while I was moving, we found another target, T-34-3. He was in the open, beautiful shots into the side. He's down to 1 shot. He is tracked though, but is he really safe? Not anymore. He moved out of cover. He's down. A beautiful clip. The first clip where I managed to pen every shot. As mentioned earlier, the tank does have higher alpha than the Skoda. It is 360, so higher clip potential, which means you will do higher damage and slightly higher chance of killing a tank in certain situations, especially when they're low health. Going back to our initial position, or the spawn position, finally made it. There's a heavy tank that's pushing forward, switching to heat as it is type 4. The standard isn't enough to reliably pen type 4. And I also wanted to test the heat rounds because they are faster than the regular or normal check medium. Peeking through the lower side, so I have a wider angle, I can do more damage. We are losing by 4 tanks. And while we are waiting, look at that fans rotating. What a nice effect. As I said, I just like these kind of skins that have these elements, especially the rotating elements or the moving parts. They just look so nice. No shot on type 4, so trying to find another position where I can do some damage. We're now losing by 3. Rush that shot, but do manage to pen him. Put another one, and then the 3rd shell as well. Unfortunately, Panzerjäger was in position. He penned me once. But what this means is he got spotted and splashed by artillery, and once I'm reloaded, I can punish him, as he can't really go back. He had to go forward. He could stay hidden in the water, but considering how he was playing, I was pretty confident he will try to push forward. He's not even hulled down. Missed my first shot as I rushed. Penned the 2nd and 3rd. He goes down at 4,000 damage now. I was slightly lucky that type was aiming, but he didn't fire, as he could have potentially do a decent amount of damage. I don't think he would have penned me, as my only part that was exposed was the turret. But why take unnecessary damage, especially as the game is kind of close. And when you're losing by 1 or 2 tanks, you have a potential of having a decent game, as every bit of HP counts towards the end. We're now losing by 1. Type 4 gets spotted again. I thought he'll hide. He went forward and stayed there, allowing me the opportunity to take him out as well. At 4 kills now, 4,200 damage, and now I can close in. Score is even. Our team is putting pressure from the K line as well as in the middle. And since no one was firing from the AB line, I was confident there's no one here, so I can push forward. Also, they have a decent amount of tier 7 alive, so I was pretty confident there's not much of a threat. They don't have a TD left either. They do have a party wagon. He gets spotted 1200. He's slightly more HP than me. And trying to get a shot into him, I ended up spotting Euris, penned him, tracked him, and then set him on fire on the second shell and wrap it up in the third one. Beautiful clip, 5300 damage. Didn't take any shot in return. However, the artillery scoping, he missed. And now I'll have opportunity to reload. And I was hoping to kill that tier 7 as I can clip him, because party wagon isn't really clippable. And I was a little bit worried that if I miss my shot and don't finish him, he might just YOLO me as I have this 3-shot for him. I'm unable to spot the party wagon, so I decided to go to the left side, as I thought he's probably retreating. He doesn't want to have this engagement. We're on the other side. Airstrom somehow ended up drowning and lost his tank, which is again good for me. That means more damage as we are already winning. And he would have just stolen my damage anyway. So pushing forward on the left side, hoping to spot or call out and get the first shot, because if I can get the first shot, it's a fast interclip. I can get almost 2 shots quickly. He missed his first and penned me in the second, but I also penned him twice. Down to 500 damage, and artillery splashed him, so a little bit assist as well at 6k damage. Waiting for the reload. I'll probably get one more clip here. Not sure where the artillery is at this point, but that tier 7 looks healthy. So aiming for him, put a shot into him. Ignored him because the artillery got spotted and he's healthy and I can do full clip damage to him. So 3 out of 3 pens and bringing my total to 7,000. And as I said, overall very decent tank, better than Tech 3, very enjoyable to play, and I do like how it looks. And again, it is earnable if you play enough. And check out the video in comments to see how to make or how to easily finish the earn up. So that's it for this video. Do let me know in comments, are you planning to grind this tank or earn this tank? Do you like how it looks? Or if you're a fan of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. In addition, we also started a community clan. If you haven't checked that out, make sure to check out the community clan as well as the Discord link in description. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.